I am a mason. I build with brick, block, and stone. Hey, how's it going? I'm here to talk to you today about the trade of masonry and the things that you will need on the job site. Let's start with what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a high-vis t-shirt to be able to be seen and also be safe. So to start off on a job site, you will need the high-vis shirt, mandatory, a hard hat, keep you safe, especially when you're a brick mason on the scaffolding. This is scaffolding right here. I've seen where bricks have basically fallen, cracked you on the head, it hurts. You also need safety glasses and ear protection. I work on construction sites that build new buildings and repair old ones. I mostly work outside on scaffolding on the side of buildings, where it's up really high in the air and I get to see really nice views. Occasionally I work indoors. This is an underground parking garage. Job sites can be commercial or residential. Commercial means business. I built this grocery store. Residential means homes. Hardscaping is often found in places like gardens. This is a neat project but required careful cuts. Restoration is where we repair or maintain older buildings. It is neat because you find interesting things like these newspapers from 1928. Restoration keeps historical buildings around for the future. Sometimes we work in strange places like over highways, and other times we have neat views like this. Here I built a fountain in Boston, so every day is different. Mason. Let's start off with the trowels. The trowels are used to spread the mortar on the wall. It's good to have two of them because sometimes you drop one and you're up high in the air. You got to keep the wall going. You got to keep laying bricks. You don't want to miss a beat. You got to keep going. So that's your trowels. Spreads the wall. Good to go. A brick hammer. Brick hammer is a little different than like a framing hammer. The chisel end right here is for basically chipping the bricks, stone, or block. The joiner and the brush are also a must-have. The joiner basically makes the joints on the wall nice. Basically, you'll have like your red bricks. Then you will see the white joints. And you basically make them really look really nice and you brush them clean. You have to buy your own tools, so you're going to want to take care of them. They also can get lost, stolen, or you may just misplace them. If you buy cheap tools, they will break. Over time, the tools will also wear out. This is me buying a new trowel from the one that wore down. Another very important tool you will need for being a mason is your level. Every mason has the level. That's what makes them a mason. There are different sizes. Most masons just strictly stick with the 2-footer for smaller spots, the 4-footer for the high, going up and keeping everything plumb straight and level. All right, other tools you will also need when you're laying is a string line. A brick mason always keeps a tight string line because that's what they lay the bricks to. Like from left to right, it's pulled tight, and they lay to the line. The line goes up, 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 and you keep it going. Now, as you're going up, you're going to want to use a brick spacing rule when you're laying bricks. Just like a regular ruler, but on the back side, it has the measurement or the count of bricks and how many you need. So if you're going a window or a door, if you need so many bricks, you measure it out, make the marks, and stay on your marks. You and your partner are going up a door, you stay together, and you keep everything together going up. If you get to the top of the door and it's unlevel, it costs a lot of money to fix. So this keeps you level and straight and keeps everything going. You want to keep everything going with that. It used to be only men were masons, but today we have men and women in our unions. Another important thing with being a brick mason is determination and willingness to work. You build all kinds of buildings. You build schools, churches, hotels, underground parking garages, anything you can think of. Basements for houses, numerous things that you see bricks and blocks all around your town. A mason has done. If you join a union, you get paid really good money. You have really good insurance, benefits, the whole package. It's really nice. And also with all the benefits and packages, it does not require a college education. You basically, right out of high school, you start out at the bottom and you work your way up. Mason can make between $25 and $55 an hour, depending on where you are located in the United States. If you're going to a union, there's usually a 4-year school. And it's just basically based on hours. You go to work, and I think like every Thursday, once a week, you go to a class for like a few hours. That's considered a school. You do that 1 day a week for, I think, 4 years. You basically become a journeyman, which means you're 100% wage. You're 100%. You're basically know what you're doing. You're fully vested in your craft. Over the winter, it gets cold. Sometimes, most likely, you do not work because your brick mortar freezes. And it can cold out, and most masons don't work. Sometimes you do, but you have to be ready to bear the cold. Then also on the summer days, when you're in the middle of a job site, it gets really hot. 89-degree weather, you're picking up these 35-pound blocks, it gets heavy and really wears you out, and you want to drink lots of water.